In three, two, one. We are live. It is Friday, April 11th. This is Live with Frankie. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you are watching this film, this tube, this live, this feed. You know the drill. If you haven't already, make sure you like our Facebook page, Frankie Olivo. Also, make sure to subscribe on YouTube. For any like, any comment, any share, it really helps our platform grow. That is the best way to grow organically. So if you would like to help, if you would like to contribute, make sure you like this page. Make sure you comment on this page. Engagement is big. And also make sure you share. You share this feed. Good morning, Buck Cook. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a while. I hope you're doing good. For those that aren't aware, Buck Hook is another Magellan, another Columbia. It is an outdoor lifestyle. I encourage each and every one of you that are watching us right now, make sure you follow them on Instagram. They do a great job of bringing local fishermen, captains, people that are avid hunters, avid wildlife outdoor enthusiasts. They bring them onto their podcast. They could be found on major platforms, if I'm not mistaken, Apple and Spotify. Book Hook also. Buck Hook also has its um, merch. Where's my cap? My cap is right here. This is my favorite one. Ah, messed up with the green screen. But Buck Hook is the Magellan, the Columbia. For me, I love what this brand represents. I love what's it's all about. And again, the members of that group, they're all about it. Uh, they're all about that life. They're all about, those people that love to fish. They're all about, hey, I need to go, I need to go, I need to go. Like now, like, are you coming or not? Like I'm leaving by 5. Like I'm out. Those avid fishermen, those avid hunters, like, man, I need to go. That's them. Glad to see you back, my guy. Um, Again, we're very supportive. Go and follow their page. Listen to their podcast. Listen what they're all about. It's a lifestyle. They also offer uh, their guides on charter boats. If you're looking to hunt, they have land available, a lease for those interested, and their connections with other individuals, other enthusiasts is great. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow our friends on Apple or Spotify. Listen to their podcasts, but also reach out to them. I know they have a website. Is it bookhook.org or bookhook.com? If not, follow their Instagram. They have links to their merch. I have a sweater that he gave me. I have a cap, 2, 3 shirts. But I need, Jason, what I need is, and I know this is like exclusive. I need that. Where's where's the Cuba jersey? There's a Cuba jersey. Like the fitted ones, like the fitted long sleeve ones. You know which one I'm talking about. Neto was wearing it. Neto has the exclusive merch. But that's hopefully it'll be in production soon. And it has like a hoodie. I'm not sure if it had a hoodie or not. But it has a hoodie, long sleeve, perfect for fishing. And it has that dry fit material. But nonetheless, I'm a huge fan of their product. Huge supporters of the group. They also have bonfires. They have dove hunt every year. I think they're on their fourth dove hunt, where they pretty much invite their friends, invite the community, whoever is interested, and have a great time. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow our friends on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify for their podcasts. Follow them on Instagram, and buy their merch. The local boys from Brownsville, Texas, making it big. You don't hear that very often. People um, we do have great doctors. We might have a few celebrities, but we haven't had someone in the fashion industry. We have those females that are currently in Target right now. I forget their name, and I do apologize. And I think it's something to do with Latina, um, if I'm not mistaken. But that's a big deal. So we need to get these guys as much exposure, get their name out there. They're already big. It's only a matter of time before you see them at the stock show rodeos, doing a um, going on tour and selling their product. But nonetheless, happy Friday. It's been a very busy week um, for myself. It seems as if it's always busy, and staying busy is always good. The city of Brownsville does have elections coming up. We are close to a week away. Tuesday will be a week away from early voting, which starts April the 22nd. Election day is May the 3rd. So right now we have a lot of individuals working hard to make sure that they stress the notion that they deserve, that they are worthy of representing our local government, representing their constituents, and being in that powerful seat on that city commission. There was yesterday. There was a debate, a forum, a town hall with candidates from District 3 and District 4. Frankie, it's Friday, my man. Like you say, gold doyers. It's Friday, my man. It is Friday. It is Friday. Happy Friday. Many people are going out of town. Many people are out of town. Many people celebrated a little bit too much yesterday. But nonetheless, Friday always brings joy to a lot of people. It's a time to relax, time to hang out with their families, time to de-stress, time to take their mind off work. Um, Happy Friday, man. Voting on the arena, also a big topic. Up on the ballot is the arena, now known as the venue. And Luis, for the past 2 weeks, I've been talking about how there hasn't been as much attention on these races, on the arena, or maybe it's just me. Everybody understands that nobody really campaigns around the holidays. You have October, you have November. Yes, they're campaigning, but they're not really doing much wato. Why? Because everybody is like in, hey, let me chill, let me relax. Right? That's what vacation we know whenever we're around those months and it's cold. So the candidates, they don't want to be like, well, some. But for the most part, we always hear that campaigns start ramping up after Christmas. January 1st, man, all gas, no brakes. But hasn't it been a little slow in regards to the venue? I haven't heard about it. Again, this is the third time, chat. This is the third time that the arena slash venue will be on the ballot. It has narrowly failed twice. As the saying goes, is third time the charm? How do you feel as taxpayers, constituents, when your local government is pretty much telling us, no, you need this? Isn't that what it feels like? We've talked about how it seems as if we are that child. Whenever we're sick growing up, I don't want to take it. I don't want to take it. You're gonna take it. You're gonna take it. You're gonna take it until what? We finally take it. But in my opinion, Luis, it's been quiet, too quiet. Um, I'm not sure the reason as to the reasons why. And the weird thing about it is that every election, every campaign is different from the other. There's different dynamics out there. Many factors come into play, and they really say, running campaigns is a science. it takes a genius to run a campaign. It's easy for individuals to be labeled that by simply holding signs. We talk about how successful Pink Ape has been in recent years. It is known that if you're willing to pay for the services, for the reach, for the database of Pink Ape, 9 times out of 10, you might win your election. Pink Ape is good at what they do. But has the goal, Rodriguez, has the goal been to have low voter turnout? Is that what these politicians are hoping for? Many people are kind of skeptical. Many people are very skeptical about this because, again, unfortunately, the Rio Grande Valley, and I'm including Hidalgo, along with us, Hidalgo County, for the past so many years, we've heard about nothing but corruption, misappropriations, theft, abuse, abuse of power, abuse of funds. But we've seen it. Do the voters trust our local government, our local politicos with hundreds of millions of dollars worth of contracts, possibly even 200 million? It makes you wonder. Maybe there is a lot at stake because why would they keep on bringing it up? The last time was in 2022. So what, every 2 years they're going to bring it up, they're going to bring it up? It seems as if they're force feeding us, right? But is that the goal, Rodriguez? To create a low voter turnout, which will allow this to pass? And again, just for the record, I've stated this before, and I'm going to state it again. Personally, I'm against it because I want BISD to have a performing arts center. We see San Benito with their population of what, 10,000, 5,000? Los Fresnos, another ranchito. Los Fresnos has built their event center, performing arts center. I think it holds 1,000, if I'm not mistaken. San Benito has been in the works, trying to get the idea of creating their own event center, their own mini arena. If Cameron County builds this arena, San Benito loses because it's not going to be feasible. Who's going to want to come to your event center instead of going to the arena? So possibly the lower voter turnout is a good thing for them. Susan Rubalcaba has been doing for the people, is doing her research on this, and I have been following. Susan puts her money where her mouth is, and if she needs to ask for a public information request, she's always quick to pony up the fee and look and dig into certain aspects of policy, of contracts, what have you. She has been talking about the amphitheater convention center study. It's not what we need, in my opinion. The arena. So Susan does a great job of talking about important issues such as the arena. She's been very vocal about voting no. In my opinion, I think it's going to pass. I think the change of name is kind of sus. I think that we haven't been talking about this as much. The news media is kind of not reporting it. People are going to. It's only the avid people that are into politics, and that's, those people are very few that they are aware of the name change. They are aware that this is coming up for the third time. If you ask, random people, they'll probably say, "Do you know what the venue is?" I have no clue. So, in my opinion, It will pass. I personally want um, BISD to have a performing arts center. The big issue right now at BISD is the bond of 300 to 400 million. The only way I would agree to a bond or and support it and encourage my community to do so would be the caveat: performing arts center. You want to build this $300 to 400 million. Uh, you want this money? Well, figure out how to build a performing arts center. But that's just me. People want to start their summer. People want to start their summer. They're starting early. Maybe. Come to North Republican Club in Harlingen on April 21st at Library in Harlingen. Surprise guest speaker. Oh, thank you so much, Elizabeth. I will take you up on that offer. Thank you so much for that invite. Again, if any one of you ever invites me to go to an event, to speak with someone, to be part of your organization, to support, to take pictures, let me know. I'm all about reaching out because ultimately we all have similar issues. The likes of Harlingen. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for that invite. I'll definitely stop by. And now I'm curious, who's going to be the surprise guest speaker? Governor Abbott. We do see how Paxton just recently announced that he's going up against Cornyn. Those are two big heavyweights. That's going to be interesting. But thank you so much for the invite, Elizabeth. Let me mark it down on my calendar. Do you know at what time? April 21st is a Monday, and I'm assuming it's 5:36. I have to be in Harlingen on the 21st. Are you commenting, Elizabeth? Let me know. Harlingen Republican. I'm gonna put Harlingen Republican meeting. Thank you so much for that invite. I'll definitely stop by because they haven't offered the chicken plates. Yes, remember last 3 years ago, they did have chicken plates. Vote yes for the arena. Whatever gets them that vote. Time of that meeting 6:30. Thank you so much. 6:30. Let me mark that down because ya se me olvidan las cosas. 6:30. I'll ask for the location later. Republican North. But thank you so much. I'll definitely stop by. I'm curious. Do you know who the guest speaker is and you're not telling us? It's time to vote against the venue. Crap. Many people have been vocal about this, right? Who is it going to benefit? It's going to benefit Madeira. Madeira development is right next door. It's going to increase their value. Maybe the city of Brownsville would benefit from it because, well, they made an investment of $90 million. Or did they annexed Madeira, and I believe they gave them 90 million. So maybe that's a good investment. If they gave 90 million, that 90 million is going to grow and say, hey, look, out of that 90 million, look what blossomed. I'm not sure. Hidalgo County crooks are better at hiding their shenanigans. Hidalgo County is a monster. I always thought Cameron County, when I started out in politics, when I started out like being part of campaigns and running campaigns and talking to people in politica, I always thought, man, Cameron County, man, it's expensive. Man, it's hard. No, hombre, go to Hidalgo. Their district attorney spent easily couple mil. I think here, RDA or any district judges, they got to drop at least a quarter. At least a quarter if you want to be competitive. Hidalgo County, a mil. Easy. So, yeah, Hidalgo County, man, they're them big fishes. They're them big fishes in the little pond. But that always tripped me out, Danny. I was like, I started talking to people, talking to campaign managers, volunteers, supporters. And the more and more I found out, I was like, damn, it's It's a business. It's a hustle. But yeah, Hidalgo County is a juggernaut. It's on steroids compared to Cameron County. There is a feasibility study by Cameron County on the venue. The comparison on the study is not apples to apples, specifically the areas we are compared with. Other cities and states we are compared to, there is a gap on market and financial feasibility study. There is no way for us to sustain the venue. There's no way. Look at how many. Look at Hidalgo County right now, and I understand if you build it, they will come. Thank you so much, Slasa. I really appreciate you. The stars will go towards my snacks. Thank you so much for the love. There's no way we're gonna be able to sustain the venue. You're telling me that we're gonna pull the artists that go to Hidalgo? Maybe they might stop by. You know how the artists stop by San Antonio, Austin, Dallas, Houston. You know, maybe Brownsville venue will be a stomping ground for them in their tour. But when you think about it, how often does South Padre Island Convention Center get used? Once a month, twice a month. Here locally, Payne Arena probably has a big show a month. You think we're gonna be able to attract that? You think we're gonna be able to pull people from Edinburgh? Is kind of centrally located, and it's kind of like a metropolis where they have so many people to. You think those people are gonna come all the way down to Brownsville? No, it's gonna prevent the people from Brownsville leaving and going up north, right? But in reality, it's not gonna be sustainable. And I think if I'm not mistaken, the Republican attorney that was against it a few years ago stated there's no feasible study that shows. Look at the amphitheater. Look at the convention center. So again, the idea for the politicians is, hey, if we don't use it, we lose it. Kind of like the 40-year-old virgin. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. Hey, we're already getting these visitors tax from hotels, motels, car rentals. We're already getting this money. Might as well put it to use. The idea is that people are just reluctant to buy, to give politicians the ability to swindle. When Shakira comes to town, I'm buying you a ticket. Man, her hips do lie. I think at first it'll be like a honeymoon. I think for the first maybe year or two, we'll be able to attract big names, celebrities, big events, boxing possibly. But even boxing, the Harlingen events, the McAllen events, the Edinburgh events, they're not really sold out. It's kind of empty. So the venue is more like again, if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Might as well do something with it, in my opinion. Voting against this arena. Me too. How many voters will come out for city elections in Brownsville? Man, I think if they get 3,000, if they get 5,000 votes, they win. During the mayoral race, there was an 8% voter turnout for city elections a year and a half, 2 years ago. That just goes to show Brownsville doesn't come out to vote only during presidential races. And even then, it's hard. Brownsville on paper is what, 200 or possibly closer to 300? 250, 275 population and only 8%. I was speaking with somebody and they said, man, if somebody gets 3,000, they probably win. And then the way, well, they'll be lucky if they get 3,000 because some of these races are crowded. Some of these races we anticipate will be going to a runoff. Do you think that there is a candidate out there that is going to take this race without a runoff? That would be wow. That would be impressive. The last individual to do so was Mayor Cowan. He ran up against Erasmo Castro, Commissioner Jessica Tetreault, and I forget the fourth one. Oh, that was where the SpaceX worker, Nagy, I think he's resigned. But Mayor Cowan took that race, and I believe he got 8,000 votes. No, he didn't get 8,000 votes. He got less, 5,000 votes. It was something that was impressive because there was no runoff, but also it was kind of only 8% of the constituents in the city of Brownsville that are registered to vote didn't come out. Didn't come out to vote. Hi, good morning. How do I get a 1095A form? I'll send it to you in a bit. So, how many voters do I anticipate coming out? 8,000 voters. A ver. 200,000 times 0.8. 16,000. 16,000 people came out to vote, according to Mayor Cowan, if he's going by the 200,000 census population, or times 0.08, that's 16,000. I'll dare say anywhere from 8,000. 8 to 10,000 voters. And I think that's being generous. Not a lot of people are going to go out to vote. Nobody comes out to vote in May. I was speaking with someone and I said, man, haven't you realized how the Port of Brownsville has low turnouts? Haven't y'all realized how TSC, which TSC serves 6-year terms, kind of like the Mexican presidency, TSC serves 6 years. Haven't y'all noticed how TSC and the port elections, how low their numbers are? The city is also, we could also include the city because look, they are not aligned with BISD. They're not aligned with presidential elections. Why is that? Are they trying to control politics? It seems that way, at least for me. And maybe I think I'm always I think the worst all the time. But at the port, if you get 3,000 votes, you're good. TSC, if you get 4,000 votes, you're good. BISD, they're like in the 20s and 30s thousand votes, if I'm not mistaken. If it's a presidential year. Me, I humbly got 12,000 votes, 12.5. But that's what I was talking to somebody about. TSC, the port, and the city of Brownsville. Why aren't they aligned with BISD? Why isn't there these races on presidential elections when you know everybody and their mother's going to come out? You know why? Because they want to control the dynamics of the game. Es una dinámica. El primero que pueda la persona que pueda I was going to say the first person that could rig the game wins. Que no tranza no avanza. Para que me entiendan. That is my opinion on those 3 races. And they're done purposely. That way, certain people could stay in control. San Benito was always dead. By the way, that project is dead. San Benito does have a lot of issues currently right now. They have multiple lawsuits against developers that build the city and the school district. They're in multiple lawsuits involving properties. developments in their city in the in the millions of dollars. San Benito just doesn't have it. You know, Los Fresnos seems to be doing good. Los Fresnos got, you know, Walmart. That was always a big deal. They got their own Whataburger. Do they have their own Whataburger? They have their own Pizza Hut. But nonetheless, San Benito, San Benito's got a Starbucks. What? What? San Benito has a Starbucks, so no está tan dead. Está dead, pero no tan dead. ¿Me explico? Pero está dead. Port Isabel has city elections. Harlingen had school district elections. There you go. Who thinks of conventions when you think of San Benito? No one. I'm just saying that was an idea. But thank you so much. I wasn't aware. I'll admit, I'm human. I'm human. I wasn't aware that San Benito scrapped the idea of the convention center. I know that was an issue back in 2022. That was the reason why I was saying no. Me mainly because of BISD. BISD, I want the Performing Arts Center. There's a lot of crap, you know, the TRE, what happened with those funds. But that's a different story. Again, BISD, I'm holding off until after the elections, because again, if I give you everything right now, se me van a ir a little bit at a time. The crappy sports park, that's another. What was the number? I want somebody to give me the number, the logistics. Somebody said 30 mil, somebody said 60 mil. That sounds crazy to me. I think a $10, $15 range at that time. You're talking about what, 2010, 2012? How much was the investment for the sports park? I'm not sure. Payne Arena 69 annual event, Bert Ogden Arena 20 annual event, same arenas out, annual America Bank, annual Monterrey. We aren't going to benefit from it. There's too many arenas, it seems. We might not benefit from it. Let's do both. Maybe. But right now, if I'm not mistaken, TSC rents out their auditorium. There was a discussion in regards to, well, will this venue, will BISD be able to use it for graduations, for what have you? Could it be used to Performing Arts Center? Maybe it'll be cheaper for the district to have us an MOU with the county and say, hey, we're going to give you so much each year for us to hold certain events. Possibly. It could be a win-win where the district will have its Performing Arts Center, not be on the hook for hundreds of millions of dollars. But no, I personally think that if the venue passes, the Performing Arts Center is dead. Why are people vehemently against the venue? I don't get it. I'm voting yes. Many people, and Bobby, thank you so much for tuning in. You could make arguments for both sides, on both sides of the aisle. If you build it, they will come. That's the famous saying, right? Well, if we don't do nothing, if we're just twiddling our thumbs, if we're just, pues we want to make it big, but we don't want to do anything about it, well, we're never going to advance. Another hot topic, Bobby, is SpaceX. Many people are saying, that was my land, and the environmentalists are going crazy and saying, the wildlife and stuff like that. Well, these people are saying, well, nobody did anything about it. Nobody cared about the beach. Nobody cared about the ecosystem before. Nobody would ever go. It was only a small, minute amount of people. If you build it, they will come. Maybe we do need to build it. Maybe we do need something to bring artists. Because again, competition is good. right? In all aspects, whether that be sports, whether that be in our professional lives. Competition is good. Why? Because we have to really put out a great product in order to be competitive, in order to gain people's confidence, in order to have that client, to retain that client. So maybe if we do build an arena, it will generate some sort of growth for Brownsville. That could be a good argument, Bobby. Why are you voting? Why are you voting for it? I ask. Elon had given money to BISD. Where and how was it spent? Elon Musk did donate $30 million. I'm sorry, Daddy Musk. Daddy Musk donated $30 million to Rio Grande Valley schools. Out of those 30 million, BISD got 6 point something million, which were used. The person that I have talked to, and I don't think they would lie, they have no reason to lie. They did state that there was an understanding that these funds would be used for education, for technology, and that money really did go uh, towards that. Now, I understand that maybe things are always, the price is jacked up way above market value, possibly. But from the individual that I spoke with, six out of the $30 million was received by BISD from Daddy Musk, and it was used. The majority of the money was used for technologies and equipping all classrooms with state of the art stuff. Unbelievable how they did the comparison of venue located in Nebraska, Florida, Rhode Island, Michigan, South Dakota, Pennsylvania, and Georgia. And geographically speaking, Kati, geographically speaking, we're very unique, the city of Brownsville. And it would be best to try and get studies, comparisons from venues in border towns. Laredo is practically another Brownsville. There isn't much growth. The entertainment in that city is subpar. I don't think they have an arena. People go to San Antonio for entertainment. So why would they present, again, that was probably the only thing that they had, right? Let's make comparisons to others in other demographics, other geographical locations, and try and see if we can make it stick, maybe. But it would be best, you're right, it would be best to have a border town one, maybe in Arizona, just to see, maybe in California, just to see, hey, does it work? No vamos a sacar el Bronco 956. Ahua! Damn, if I'm able to be like that guy, if I'm able to make money off of the stuff that he's doing, man, I would really quit my day job. Now he's teaching classes. I was telling my friends, you know what? What I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start teaching English. If you go to his page, that's what he's doing now. He's teaching English. And it's hilarious. Like, he's literally teaching English. He's teaching people English on his page. He does it for views. And if you go to his page, man, the guy's a genius. Again, people are able to monetize off of Facebook. That's why I say, for every like, for every comment, every share, you help me. People always say, well, how can I help? People always want to be part of the cause. And I'm very thankful. I'm very, very thankful. And the little that people could do is like, comment, and share. You could comment and say, oh, you're the worst human being ever, Frankie. I'll take it. Thank you so much. But Bronco 956, hey, he's making it. He's doing it. I never hate the hustle. I'm all about the hustle. I want to hustle. I think of myself as a young hustler. You know what a hustler is, Frank? It's a pig that don't fly straight. But Bronco 956 has made it big. He does have events in San Antonio that they pay him to go. to go dance, to go, and it's the same dad. Like, damn, if I'm able to do that, Chico, we're gonna make it big. If it's not OnlyFans, if it's not feed pics, we're gonna make it big somehow. Chat. We just gotta figure it out. Like Pinky in the Brain. They never show the studies for these projects that show it's a losing project and the city will actually lose money and not profit. That is correct. The only ones, Ashley, the only ones that will benefit are the politicians. Madeira development in northern Brownsville. They're going to benefit handsomely. Even though, Ashley, we were talking about a few days ago, or last week, we were talking about how the pitch by Cameron County is that we're not going to pay this from county funds. We're not going to tax the community. This is coming out from a visitor's tax. People from the outside world are the ones that are essentially going to build it. That's the pitch. But essentially, what is happening, Ashley, is that whenever $200 million development is created in an area surrounding neighborhoods, surrounding areas will be taxed at a higher appraisal value. Why? Because now there's entertainment, there's restaurants, there's plazas, there's a lot more movement. It's going to be like the bougie place to be. So now the city, county need to spend on policing, on certain things. So what happens? They increase your property value. What happens when our property value goes up? We have to pay more in taxes. So essentially, Ashley, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, it's going to affect us. We're going to pay a little bit more if this passes. But maybe how Bobby says, maybe we do need to spend to do something. I don't know. How do y'all feel? Nebraska venue is sustained with 58% public and 42% private funds. Florida sustained with 100% public. Rhode Island, public 14, private 86%. This is the third time. This is the third time that these is up for election. I anticipate that this will pass. I think people just don't know about it. The data doesn't prove that this benefits our area. Our constituents, the voters, have not once but twice rejected this idea. But it seems as if this is something that we need, according to those in power. Good morning, Silvia. How's it going? Happy Friday. Hope you have a great day and hope to see you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's another white Walt elephant. Votes them all out. I can't vote in city because I live outside city limits, yet pay taxes a lo mendigo. Yeah, same here. I live like a street or two away from city limits. I'm in District 1 by the airport. So we'll see. Get with your family and let them know venue arena will definitely not benefit us. Yes, keep on posting on social media. Make sure you text your friends, call your family. Hey, if they need a ride, let them know. I'll go pick you up. Vote no. That's how we can take action. What a shame that people don't vote. It's crazy. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy how we have an opportunity to make a change if we really try. BISD employees, y'all have so much power. If there was a way for y'all to come together as a group, and maybe you'll be two facets or one facet, two facets of people, y'all would control every election at the city and at the county. You're talking about 6,000 employees that could really change the game and the dynamics to the game. Because again, we have low voter turnout. Why don't people come out to vote? They don't come out to vote because we've been hearing how BISD is in the mud. There's a deficit. There's constantly, according to a citizen that spoke in public comment, she said that the board was dysfunctional, that there was no respect. They should be ashamed of how they're acting. People get dissatisfied with all that stuff. Why do you think parents have been pulling their children from BISD? Is BISD the right choice? Do we have a good board? Why don't people vote? Well, there's many factors. One, we could argue that, hey, we've alienated them by the actions of board members. Could be. But people just don't vote. Vote no for the arena. Brownsville City and his damn corruption. What's up, Frankie? Good morning. How's it going, Isai? Good morning, my man. Hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hey, I got 3 cameras. I got 2 Canons and 1 Nico. I'm trying to set them up. I want to do 3 different angles. That's what I'm doing, because it's all about angles. If you didn't know, all about angles. So Isai, I want to do 3 cameras, bro. And then on one, I want to do the weather. I want to walk around, así como las chavas buchonas that they have. Be like, aquí va a llover, y aquí va a estar caliente. Pónganse sus termos. Prepárense. Thanks for tuning in, my man. No, arena means UTRGV students have no choice than to go to Edinburgh for graduation ceremonies. That's sad that Cameron County can't even have a big enough arena to avoid this. So Ortega is saying, hey, maybe if we have an arena, maybe that will be a graduation ceremony. But Cameron County judge previously stated, well, when board member Ortiz asked them, well, is there a possibility that we can use the arena venue for graduation? They're kind of like, well, it was kind of like not something sure. We'll probably charge you. We're not agreeing to anything right now. So many people have been upset that, I have to drive to Edinburgh. I have to, come on, guys. It's not the end of the world. Like, but maybe Ortega's a good point. Maybe if Cameron County does have something here in our backyard, they won't have to go to Edinburgh, which to me it's Edinburgh. It was 56 mil. Is that for the sports park? 56 mil? Yeah. I somebody told me 60, and I was like, no, man. I was like, there's no way 60 mil was, well, land maybe, land it was expensive. This was bought pre-COVID and everything. Was expensive, but 50 mil? Is that what y'all talking about? Isai and Mingo Patty? 56 mil for the sports park? God damn. You see 60 mil? Somebody said that the sports park was closed. I don't know. But 60 mil? I do not see 60 mil there. Who are the realtors wanting this venue? They're the problem. It's the developers. I'm sure the developers have promoted, have paid political committees, PACs, to encourage voters to make this pass. So you're right. The developers have a big stake. Lots of money is at risk if this doesn't pass. If passed, who will have oversight? No one. You know who is worse than a used car salesman or a lawyer? Realtors in the valley. Ouch. Esa sí la sentí, Tucker. Esa como que, ay, güey. Oh. All salespeople have to be slick, have to be shiesty, have to be, at the end of the day, you're closing a sale. I don't care what you say. You can be the nicest person in the world. You have to have perica. You have to have some, véngase pa' acá. You have to have it. Like, Some are aggressive, some are sharks, others are more lean back and try and convince you and saying, hey, this is really what you need. But I think all salespeople are kind of the arena, the venue is just another Tenasca, Ercos. Bro, they'll rezone a titty bar next to a church. Don't give them ideas, Tucker. You have a great show. You're on the right track, just like your uncle. May you rest in peace. Thank you so much, Peña. Those are kind words. I'm doing my best to keep his legacy alive. I think that's important for us. He left his mark on the city of Brownsville. He was very passionate about his community, about the school district. And it means a lot to me. It means a lot to me that I'm able to do this. This is something very difficult. I was speaking to my mother yesterday, and I said, I told her, you know how I prepare for the shows? Like I get ideas. Like I see, like I'll just be scrolling through something. Ira, or I'll give me say, hey Frank, ah. It's very difficult to keep the community informed. You always have to be asking questions, have your ears open. But I'm enjoying what I do. I love doing this. So thank you so much for your kind words, Peña. It really really means a lot to me. It's the little that I can do to make Brownsville that city on the hill. But again, this isn't just my fight. I hope it's our fight because we do want a better community. We do want people in power, in politics, politicians, our elected leaders, to listen to the people, to make sure that every decision that they make is with those in mind. That is our goal. We hope to use a platform of close to 40,000 followers for the betterment of Brownsville. We will take part in every race that comes up. Why? Because we generally want to make a difference within our community. We're going to be laughed at, we're going to be ridiculed, but we know what it takes to be there for the greater good. So that's what I anticipate doing, and I can only do this as much as y'all let me. These kind words are very, very encouraging, motivating for me. I really appreciate it. But again, the best way to help me, if you are all about the cause and joining forces, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share this feed as much as possible, and that will go a long way. Thank you so much, Peña, for those kind words. They have built sports park, convention centers at the island, and what? Not, and what has transpired from that? Nothing, zip, zero, nada. Bring the venue with their own money, not with our money. It's a visitor's tax. It's a visitor's tax, people from the outside world, but yeah, I get it. Privatize it. Who helped rezone the Mill White area? Por los políticos? That's what I'm dealing with too, but I'm kind of outside. Well, I'm definitely outside, but a lot of tractors, a lot of trailers, a lot of heavy duty machinery passes by. And Millwhite is a perfect example of who the hell authorized either that development neighborhood behind it, or it must have been that, right? Who did authorize the rezoning of that? Didn't they know? Wasn't there studies done? They knew what products were being made. I'm sure they were aware of the ramifications of having an industrial plant of that size being close to a residential area. But we could go on and on and on, Tucker. People are complaining about the price of eggs, but will spend $200, $300 for a ticket. Many feel they have nothing to lose, so they want to vote yes. It's nah. Again, many people, I'm going to do a little life insurance pitch. How much money do you spend going out? Whenever you go out to eat, it's easy, what, $100, $200? And we go out, what, 2-3 times a week, a month? Some even more. Imagine if we put that money away. Imagine if every year, every month, we were thinking of a long-term goal, whether that be for ourselves, for our family. Why don't we do that? Because we're not responsible. And that's the truth. One day, something's going to happen to us or a loved one. It's always best for us to be prepared. The best way, my colleague always says, Frankie, what's the best insurance plan out there? What's the best life insurance plan out there? Life policy, the one that comes through when you need it the most. People are complaining about eggs, but are spending $200-300, Ruby Rose, on entertainment, on going out, on buying bottles at clubs. Are we investing in our future, or are we just throwing it all away? Why against it? Poof. Is Bobby blind? Don't give the corrupts a change to get their hands on. We already voted no several times. Eric Treviño is terco and aferrado. Why is that? Why is he not fighting county employee salaries? County employees make low 30s a year. Insane. Treviño wants the compadres to build it. Don't give him a chance. Ya basta. County and city need to turn red. Pura bola de Democrats. And surprisingly, this past presidential election showed us how the Rio Grande Valley came out red, which is something unheard of and has never been seen before. The Democrats lost all major swing states. That was probably because of President Biden and things like that. But you're absolutely right, Isai. Cameron County has turned red little by little. The venue is the arena. It's the same scam. Tomato, tomato. You know how it goes. Yes, we are unique. Those venues are extremely different population and income. We are going to struggle if this venue or arena takes place. Property taxes did go up. Property taxes more than likely will go up if this arena is built. It will be Brownsville's downfall. We will be stuck paying the maintenance. Common sense tells us that it will lose money. It's silly to say if you build it, they will come. No, they won't come. Okay, Ruby Rose. Dime con honey. There are other needs in our community. We need to prioritize in expanding our police force, repair our roads. Fire department is in need of growth, just like Brownsville PD. That's what we're going to talk about this upcoming week, right before early voting. Thank you for reminding me. We don't need another black pit project that costs the community more to maintain than brings in to the community. We need to understand the current rate of growth because of SpaceX first. That's very important. When I go home to visit my hometown, I just heard family and friends complain, pero nunca que salen a votar, solo que se quejan. And say it right, but say it's right, but don't do their part and vote. Again, vote or die. It is a big responsibility for each and every one of us to vote because we have the power to change the dynamics of our city by electing individuals, by vetting them, by making sure that they are what we need in those positions. Trust me, they will charge BISD to hold the graduation ceremonies. I believe it. Yes. No, it's open but crappy. The sports park, they are having a hard time selling the lots, so they need a selling point. Madeira, good idea. The lots are for sale. They probably do are having a hard time because again, they need numbers to show. Look at this. We're seconds away from pedocrats putting the China flag in their bio. Those damn commies. We have sharks within our elected officials. Of course, be witty. Don't be unethical and corrupt. Rest in peace, Erasmo. Nos dan atole con el dedo. Atole con leche. Arroz con leche. Man, I miss some good arroz con leche. I was supposed to have some, but somebody didn't wake me up. Good morning, Commissioner. Thank you so much for the stars. I really appreciate it. Have a good weekend. The realtors are the developers, unethical and very corrupt. It's tomato. Are you speaking about the Wilhite? The Wilmite plant? I'm sure they're one of the same. So it's going to be interesting. So true, Isai. Another white elephant. The arena. This is not a City of Brownsville project. No city taxes going to the arena, and the hot monies for the arena cannot be spent on roads or hiring officers, firefighters, etc. Is there a way, and I know this is a legal question, is there a way for us to generate funds like a sales tax or a visitor's tax and put those monies into infrastructure, into safety, hiring more officers, firefighters? Is there a way? I know it's a legal question because again, the sales tax, the visitors tax is only designed for tourism, right? These monies are collected and you can only use it for tourism. Can we somehow, these monies, we're going to use it for roads? I've always wondered that because again, every time these issues of drainage, of flood come up, it's always like, well, we don't have money for this. Well, we're trying to get grants. Well, we're trying to do this while the city is flooded. I always wondered that. It's probably a legal question, but are we able to allocate funds from a visitor's tax, a certain percentage of it, and that money will go to roads? Always thought about that. This episode of Frank in the Morning is brought to you by Matt White Contracting. Give me a business card, man. Give me a digital business card. I'll promote you, brother. I'm sure we'd need laws rewritten in Austin to make that possible. I will look into it. Maybe even encourage Representative Gomez to see if maybe this is possible. Because we can all agree Brownsville is a fishbowl. We are aware of the drainage improvements. The city has been doing a good job of using its own public works department, saving money to address drainage issues. That is something that Commissioner de los Santos did state on the state of the city. But we need more. We need big. Let's you and I both work on it. Thank you so much for inviting me. That would be a great initiative to take part in. Thank you so much. That's what we need. We need politicians that are willing to say, you know what? Hey, let's address this issue. We may not have the facts here together. We may not know, we're not legal experts, but we do have a rep that is, and that could make it happen. City elections are coming up in the next week. I will be inviting the candidates to come, and I want to share the platform as much as possible. That way. Oh, too soon, Peña. Too soon. Too soon. Maybe the city can sell chicken paste for the drainage. No, hombre, muy apenas quedan feria. You think you're gonna sell us tickets? That's funny. Selling tickets. Hey, I'll buy. Chico. That's a good one, Peña. City elections are coming up, but we will be using our platform to showcase these candidates. It's important for the constituents to be able to ask questions, whatever concerns they have. I think it's great for them to ask the candidates personally. So I'm going to try my best to do that starting on Tuesday, a week before early voting. The arena is also a hot topic that is up for discussion. That is up on the ballot. Has been up for discussion. So we'll be following that as well. Wow, we need so much more than entertainment. Potholes, dirty city, flooding issues, but we are worried about seeing Shakira. Hips don't lie. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. Remember, every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m., same Batman time, same Batman channel. We can be found on Facebook and YouTube. I really, really appreciate the time and attention that you give me. And again, the best way for us to grow is make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share the feed as much as possible. That is the only thing that I'll ever ask. I'm not a beggar, but like, comment, and share the damn page. Thank you so much for your time and your attention. Happy Friday. Hope to see you here on Monday. God bless.